3, 2, 1.
The sky black as an icy spire rises from the center of Staunch Flow, the city of golden lights. Now, the midst of spring, fallen and enveloped in darkness of winter, ice and sleet cover the streets, and Myrmidons of the Lord of the Fifth Levistus invades the prime material plane in a mission to release his captured brother. There, a large battle goes on. Forces of the Conventicle sending their cantrips and spells, fire, ice, lightning burning everywhere. The City Watch of Staunch Flow, and alongside them, forces of the Face, hidden there. Desperate attempt to kill all of the other planet beings, and thus turn public opinion against the North. And a little bit away, a small dot in the large sea, we see weird kind of wagon boat thing. And inside there, our hero, battered, bruised. And that is where we will start this 19th episode of Storms over Cerenar, where Epic Boon Productions have brought together more than 50 years of role-playing experience to create an epic tale of ancient secrets, sleeping gods, and country-spanning conflicts in a high-level D&D campaign. My name is Ro. I have the pleasure of being your Dungeon Master for tonight, and as always, I have these 5 wonderful ding-dongs with me. Hello, ding-dongs.
Good.
Hello, ding dong.
Hello, ding-dongs.
Very good. Well, before they get a chance to introduce themselves, I just want to say to everybody that viewer discretion is advised. D&D campaign for adults, and we will sometimes touch a pretty dark subject. So please keep that in mind when you're watching here. I'm going to do a recap after our brief introduction, so I'll just let you guys say hi to everybody who's watching here. So Alex, please take it away.
Hello, I'm Alex. I play Oust, the Hexblade Warlock. 50% of the time, unconscious. The rest of the other 50% of the time, very low on health. So there we go.
Good to keep it balanced. It's like breakfast.
Yeah,
you need to.
Yeah. It's too cocky to be full health all the time. So try none at the time.
Perfect. Well, there's also an experience of having 10 Constitution in a high level, so that's also fun.
Shouldn't have done that.
Next up, we have Evan. Evan, please introduce yourself. You are muted, my friend.
Yep, Evan, we can't hear you.
See, he plays a rogue, so he's just naturally being sneaky.
Yeah, that's the expertise and stealth going on.
Yeah, this is how deep the roleplay goes on Storms over Cerenar, folks. It's just, yeah.
All right. Well, we'll just let Evan be for a second. He might have problems with connections. That wouldn't be the first time we start off a session with difficulties. Next up, Jonas. Hi, please. Oh, there we have him. Evan, please say hi.
Sorry about that. Hi, I'm Evan, playing Arsiphis, the Tabaxi Inquisitive Rogue, and his hometown just exploded.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Thank you, Evan. Jonas, please.
I'm Jonas. I am having the honor of playing Björn the Barbarian of the North. And my people is not guilty. Anyway, not this time.
Not this time. The Raiders, well, not this time. Well, perfect. Very well. Thank you, Jonas. Leon, please.
I am Leon from Germany, playing Fierce the Bards. Previously, Assassin of Code, having to confront this cult last session, and currently holding a girl in his arms unconscious.
And last but not least, from the frozen wastes of Canada, Tanner.
I'm Tanner, fellow producer of Epic Boon Productions, and I wear 2 headsets at the beginning of the stream because I want to look cool. I play Nongol, the School of Theurgy wizard, who has all the skills and none of the thrills.
That is that is our cast. So last session we had a confrontation, a boss battle, if you will, with one of the main lieutenants of the many-faced lords, the the secret and covert operation league of assassins, some would even call them, that Thieus was part of. Our heroes tried to stop a ritual they had going on, but on the goal line, they failed, unleashing a demonic incursion upon the prime material. But they did manage to kill the dark seneschal of the many-faced lord, so it was not completely in vain. Our heroes have lost the battle. War still rages. And they fled the city as the demonic incursion completely rocked the bedrock of the southern part of Rathuria. And now, well, they are, I don't know what precisely they're thinking, and I think that is what we will find out. So we go from this large view of Staunch. In the middle of Staunchflow, what we see is a large, almost anthill or termite kind of structure, whatever it's called, of ice sticking up over the middle of the septigram Staunchflow. And you see the ice demons, or the ice devils, and their kith and kin battling in the streets against the locals. A large reinforcement of conventional soldiers coming in from the seaside. Further away, ice kind of slowly spreads across the sea as the wild waves of the braced over slowly stops as spring is turned into winter. There, just beyond the line of ice, small vessel, the Nomad Levitator, half van, half sand skiff.
Fancy
It
art.
is looking battered and bruised, and there's a small gnome controlling it on the front, wearing many different kind of pelts, as you can see his breath kind of slowly evaporating out in the air in front of his face. We go inside, where we find our 5 heroes sitting in the living room, the large kind of oval couch. Theus, how's Theus doing? Right?
Currently trying to wake up, see that the girl is okay. Looking around. How's
She
everyone
is.
looking?
Girl's out cold, but not in danger of dying.
Yeah. Can I step her, wake her up in some way?
It seems like she's under some kind of spell. It might go. It probably has some more time on it for it. She's good.
Yeah. I think the first thing that she should see is not her city or this city being destroyed and the world in disaster. And I look around, and you all look quite, how should I even say it, exhausted. We went through a lot. I think we need something to remind us that there's not only dreariness and despair and sadness in this world. When I fell unconscious, I had this memory of something that Pandora once showed me. I think I can replicate it. And I will take out the little notebook that she always, that is originating from her. I flip through pages until I find, strangely enough, a key between the pages. And I will put that key in the middle of space and will turn it left, and the door opens. I think we need a happy place for us. As I step through.
What do you guys do?
I cast Magnificent Mansion.
Let's see. Some of you might have now guessed correctly that our heroes leveled up. So,
So,
doorway appears.
as you all step through, I can describe what's inside there.
I cast
Well,
a
of
spell. No.
course.
Yeah.
Counter spell.
I carry like the girl through, and the rest of the group are backing inside.
I send Nibbles through first to make sure it's safe.
I stand behind Bjorn and wait until he goes in instead,
It's fine.
as my Nibbles
I
proxy.
go in.
Okay.
Of course.
Waited until everyone is going in. So what you see there is the first thing you see seems to be a big, like there's a big skybox, like a blue, like colorful rainbow sky in there. It's not a mansion, it's a place. It's a giant amusement park. You find yourself in front of the gates of what seems to be a big sign which says Pandora Land, and below that it's the message "Keep Smiling," and in the background of this, because every amusement park needs its own melody and song, you hear this melody which is essentially says, "Smile through your heart is aching, smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you see the sun coming shining through for you." And just like a song of like Keep Smiling. And the mascot, like as soon as you step through in front of gates, you see mascots of this, which are little flying elephants with all kinds of like birthday party hats, keeping like essentially acting as not only mascots of this place but also as the employees. You see stands where there's like all kinds of carnival food like cotton candy, chocolate bananas, and like candied apples. There are all kinds of amusement park rides, and you see that the back of this park, a group of these flying elephants, like doing this parade, essentially like a carriage. Like essentially, there's around a circle. There's this constant parade of these flying elephants with all kinds of costumes, and yeah, it's a happy place here. Welcome to Pandora Land. There's a house for you. Like I have different housings prepared for every one of you, where you will hopefully find yourself in a comfortable space. I will bring this girl to maybe like a wink over to one of the elephants. Dumbo, please, can you take care of this girl?
The elephant,
And-
like its trunk kind of elongates, like it's kind of eldritch but not quite, and then like
They're
it
all
kind
fakes,
of
they're
wraps
fake
around,
elephants.
and then they wrap around the girl a couple of times, and just like, "You got it, boss," and then it flies away with its ears just flapping.
Yeah. They're flying Dumbos everywhere.
Right.
Well, I go straight to the cotton candy.
All right.
Instead of
I also have like
using
this,
the stick.
just one.
Gets his hand right there. Ah. That's awesome.
I also have prepared like there's a Viking ride where at the end you get showered with alcohol. Like it's essentially just this water ride, but the water inside is essentially filled with alcohol. Like when you like go up and splash down, you will get face full of just ale smashed in your face. Like one of these.
Hopefully they include goggles.
There's
So, this is
for
nice.
for Ost, I have this. I have the Green Mansion. Like essentially, it's just a space with a lot of mirrors inside, with sprinkles all over. Like there's this kaleidoscope effect with like this glittery, and also next to it there's a nursing state. There's just the medical station. Just if anyone is hurt here, they can immediately go to that.
Ah, good. Well, thank you for inviting me to this charming yet diabetic nightmare. And I will just slowly limp towards the medical bay. Just like, yes, okay. It's a lot of elephants, isn't it? Cleaning-
Galop comes in with his
Oh.
goddess of ogre strength that like completely covered in blood. And he just sits down, like just looks out in the like, you know, into nothingness on like a bench with like birds chirping around him. And just sits, looks at his hands.
That's therapy. I don't know about anybody else.
Nongo will approach him. Come up. What's the problem?
He looks up at you. The problem? Well, I punched a guy so hard that his nose fell off.
Yes, it's commonplace for a war scene. I mean, that's where you were, and I'll start casting prestidigitation to kind of clean him up as I'm talking to him.
Well, do you think he's okay?
No, I'm pretty sure you killed him, but death is something that you just saw a lot of, isn't it?
Well, I guess it is.
Right.
It's just real scary when the nose just flew off, and I used to play knights and robbers with the others in down by the creek, but sorry. Where did all the blood go, Nongle?
I used my magic to take it away, and also the image of you just having this vision of punching someone's nose off. You were defending us. You were helping your family. And that's what's most important. Times are dark.
Sometimes I forget that someone as stupid as me can be related to you, Nongle.
You're not stupid. No, you're innocent.
No, I'm as dumb as a bag of rocks, Mom always told me.
Well, obviously, your mother was a bitch. Trust me, I knew her. One of the main reasons why I actually left and went to the actual tower. I mean, she was a complete, horrible, horrible individual. She
What
lied.
does the bitch mean, Nongle?
Well, it's you know dogs, right?
Yes.
What a
we
dog-
had one, but he died.
When a dog's about to have puppies, it gets very defensive and very growly at everything that ever comes around it. That's a bitch. So she's kind of defensive and growly for no reason.
Oh, alright. Well, I kind of got a little defensive and bitchy about you guys maybe dying for those masked guys over there. Do you think I killed that girl when I tried to get her with the grabber?
No. It was the lack of oxygen in her lungs that killed her. It wasn't you.
Okay. That makes me feel a little better.
Good. Perhaps I need to clean these gloves a little bit more. Could you maybe take them off for me? Just as a precaution. To make sure they're
Okay.
clean.
Okay. Here's
Thank
the
you.
gloves. And he just sits and he still looks at his hands.
Nongo will look around and look over to Leon. Or to Theus, sorry. Just perhaps, is there like a water feature here in
Yeah, we have it's a gnome world
just want to-
after all.
just I
water,
want
water
to
boats
wash his
on the right.
hands. Yes, yeah, of course.
Like,
it's
it's there.
yes.
Well,
Where?
we
Is
also
it,
have, like-
out over there?
Well, we have just general like bathrooms, but if you just
no, like a
stand
water
there-
park, like water spraying up the
Yeah.
ground in like this elaborate
Well, like I
shapes and
said,
whatnot. I mean,
it's a gnome world after all. Where
yes, yes.
like if you go to there and I point towards what seems to be like this boat ride, and if you go to there and there's a tunnel. If you sit in the tunnel and go through, there's essentially little paper puppets operated by the elephants of gnomes who like sing this "It's a gnome world after all."
Go up. Do you want to go on a ride? It's full of water. You can wash your hands, get nice and clean.
Okay, if you want me to go.
No, we're going now. Quick, come, let's go.
Oh, okay. And he like kind of gets dragged along.
Yeah. You guys see that Nongle is very excited, even though he's trying to hide it, about any kind of water park feature. Incredibly excited about it. And he runs off with Go Up.
Yeah.
Snick Snack, are you coming? It's a water park!
Snick Snack is nowhere to be seen.
Oh shit.
No, we'll find him later. Let's go, Go Up.
Oh, okay. What is Cephis doing?
He's
Still
muted.
muted, Evan. Evan, are you there?
Are you muted?
Yep, sorry. I keep forgetting that I'm muting myself, sorry.
What is Cephis doing?
Sophie,
Prob- Sorry, go ahead.
I have an escape room mentioned there. There's also a garden and a climbing park if you're interested.
Not particularly. I'm going to be honest, I'm not really in the mood for games right now. My whole hometown just got annihilated.
I
Kinda
think
just
it's during
sits
this
down.
darkest of times that we have to remember that we have to keep on and keep smiling, because if we're not, then the outside will stay a pretty dark and desperate world.
Cute. Do you have somewhere I could write? A desk, perhaps?
Well, we have a drawing station for children where they can just like draw pictures.
Good enough, I guess. Yeah, I'll be there if you need me. And he heads over there. He pulls out a.
Okay, just know they're mostly crayons and wax crayons.
He has his own writing utensils. He just needed an actual table. He pulls out a set of seals and several pieces of paper and starts writing.
Oust.
Yes.
You
I
were
was
going
going
to the infirmary.
Yeah, I'm probably just trying to sort of wiping a mixture of blood, green dust, and arena sand off of me at the moment. I'm just all down one side
As you,
because of how many times I was on the floor.
as you enter the infirmary, there's just like a bunch of animals in doctor's kind of garb.
Okay, I'll probably open the door. I go, of course.
Oh, hello! A hippopotamus is
Close the door behind
Sergeant
me and just walk away.
Sa-
It's like, yes, of course. Yeah. Right. Good. Right, yes. Oust has just become
The
The
shard
mum
is
who's
just humming like incessantly.
Well, you like this, do you? Well, there we go. Yeah, Oust is the parent who's here for the kids, but not the not the attractions. It's like, right, yes, okay. Walk around. The mentions of Snick Snack, was that as Nongle a second ago, or was that?
That was ass
Ow.
uncle.
Okay, cool. I will probably. I mean, it was probably not far enough away. Probably not far enough away from me not to hear it. So I'll probably start bandaging myself up. I'll probably grab some stuff from in there. Just kind of, sort of stay at arm's length of the animals.
No,
And then
we
I'll
can
look-
help you. I
Oh,
have
I'm
a
sure you
degree
can.
from Cotton Candy University.
Cotton Candy University. I hear they're very prestigious. I'll be right back, and I'll start sort of bandaging myself back over to the door of the magnificent mansion.
Right.
And I just want to poke my head outside and see if Snick Snack, what Snick Snack's up to. I'd imagine he's probably helming the Nomad Levitator because we've just left
he's
it in the middle of the water.
Yeah,
But
he's He's out in the water, yeah, or out on the helm.
Kind of stick my hand out. It's like, Snake Snack,
Yes.
Mr. Snack. That, I'm assuming that's
He's
how they
just
work.
like-
anyway.
Sitting there in the cold.
Yes. I mean, if you want to pop in there for a bit, I don't mind taking watch. Although we probably do need to set some kind of
Popping
heading
in
for the
where?
moment. Oh, big what's the word? Amusement park, I guess. In there.
He looks at you with disgust in his eyes as he says, "So 600 girls just died, and
I
that
know.
city over there got exploded by demons, and
Yep.
you guys went to an amusement park? What the bleep is wrong with you, boy?"
I think it's very much a workshop in reading the room, shall we say? But there we go. No, I agree. Interesting. I mean, serves a purpose. Just but we probably do have to get some things out of the way just first.
Well, I need to know where to set a course to. I think we're far off now that we won't get caught up by any ice anymore. But yeah,
True.
where do you guys want to go?
Well, take us east for now.
I guess that's if this
long-
fella want to go back to his town, right?
Yes, let's go along the coast a little, and find him somewhere to drop off, preferably somewhere in eye line of a road. I don't want to leave him far away. I don't particularly want to take this girl with us either, but
Well, I will. Do you want me to put her into at the shore?
yes, I think so. Yes, just far enough away from the city that we're not going to be, seen. I'd imagine
Right.
eyes are on other things. Hopefully.
Now tell me something. Is there any water park in there?
Okay, is there a water park? I believe so. It's a gnome life after all, is what I heard.
First of all, that's incredibly racist. Second of all, I think it's you better make sure Nongo gets out of there before he will. I never known anyone who will sit in a water park for so long as that boy.
Well.
So if you wanted escapism for him, that's a perfect fit. But without saying, of course, maybe now's not the time to frolic around like a doofus.
I would agree. I will keep a eager eye. Not
Ost
very loudly-
always gets Nongo's backstory for some reason, so always.
Tell me, Snicksack, do you know of any times he's cast a spell? No.
Oh, I'll tell you in time. First time I saw him cast a spell. it was
You don't
King
happen to
Kong.
have a spare book around here, do you?
Yeah, I've been holding on to that for a long time.
sure,
All
I'll
of his
take
spells are in there.
God damn it, he's got one of my spell books.
Well, I'll keep an eye on him. If you need anything, I don't exactly know if you can cast any kind of arcane message within this thing. Actually, one moment, I'll just hop inside the door, close the door, and just use the message cantrip. He says, "Can you hear me,
To who?
Snake Snack?"
Is the door open?
No, I've closed the door behind me.
Then nothing.
Cool. Okay, I take it away. I don't know. I'm doing that. It's just a copper wire. I'll open the door again. Okay. If you need anything, knock very loudly on the door, or just come in running. If you see a big green house, then because we're going for stereotypes. So I'm green now. Then please go ahead and let me know. I'd imagine Sophis will be around somewhere on account of him probably not wanting to be at a theme park as he mourns his own, the death of his home. But what can we do? Apart from,
that's fine with
River
me.
City. But
Well-
yes, just not very loudly. Obviously, if you want to take a break, then let me know. I'll come out here, or I can send Bjorn out. He's a distinguished seaman, so that doesn't sound right. But yes, so Yeah.
I'm fine for now, but do me one favor.
hmm?
Keep an eye on Gawab. I think that was his first real battle. I don't think he's all right in the head right
Oh, he looked haunted. I've seen ghosts that look less haunted.
now. Oh, I see. Well,
Yes.
then
So I don't know how gnomish therapy goes, but I'd be worth.
normally I
looking
would say
into.
it's to talk some sense into the boy, but I think maybe he needs some more tender touch. Maybe that fee is one. I don't know.
Yes, well, I'd imagine, if there's one place that you're gonna forget about things, then maybe it's in there. Especially for one of his what's the word? Demeanor, shall we say? So yes, I will keep an eye on both of your gnomish compatriots for the moment. Make sure they don't get too pruny.
Thank you. I'll make sure we don't get eaten by any kind of large, big-ass seal or something.
That would be, in a word, bloody fantastic. Thank you very much. Well, Snick. I turn around, walk back into the door. Right.
See him like fiddling with his pipe outside. Yeah.
So, like, how close is everything in this mansion?
That's this.
Like, from just inside the door? Yeah, fierce.
Leon? Leon, did you hear us?
Leon's been assassinated by the face.
Leon, Leon, we
You mean-
there was a question.
Okay, for some reason I had some audio problems. What
All
was
right. Us.
Oh, from inside the door of the mansion, what's kind of the line of sight to all of these, not exhibits, what's the word? Attractions in here. So, for example, from the door, can I see it's a gnome life after all? Or do I have to...
Probably, like, it's pretty compact.
Okay, cool. Right, it's... okay. Right, in which case, yeah, I guess, so from within here, do I get a good eyes view, this is probably a question for you and Raw, really, of the gnomes, and probably Sophis as well?
There's a tunnel, so as soon as they come out of the tunnel, you will probably see them.
Of course.
The drawing station, like, there is an open, it's probably an open door where just like tables where like with like wax crayons and just like a giant place where they can draw on the ground like with crayon. It's probably like visible from the entrance.
I'll say Pandora would probably have made like a parents area where you could go
Oh, yeah,
and drink
definitely.
beer, but also
Excellent, yeah.
like look at all of the park, so you could keep an eye on your kid, right?
Excellent.
So we
Good.
go there.
I will head towards that. And if I see an elephant on the way, we go, Nelly, if you wouldn't mind, if they look like they're getting too wet, just close the water off, just for a little bit, just let them dry off. Apparently it's an issue. I don't know, maybe it's a gnome thing. But yeah, and then I'll kind of make my way over to there and sort of just kick my feet up and drink anything that's available. But yeah.
Yep, that's lots of illusionary booze, basically. What about Bjorn?
Just finished. Got everything.
After a little while, he tries to find Safis.
You'll probably just find him sitting at the kid's desk as he tries to write some letters.
Just like fully on the floor with his legs just underneath the
Face.
undersized table.
Yeah.
I don't fully understand this place, but
I don't
it's
either.
a lot better than what we came from.
Yeah.
So, how are you holding up?
He kind of just like taps the quill he's writing on against the table. Passable. I have at least a good amount of work ahead of me, so I'm not really thinking about it.
You know, I've seen a lot of death in my time, but I never saw anything like that. And to have, something at stake, some involvement more than just my own life, must be an indescribable feeling, I imagine.
Something like that. It's kind of all you get out of him. And after a moment, here, and he finishes up the letter he's currently writing and seals it with one of the seals. by his side, and you'll probably need. You're heading to Blimey Bay, right?
Yeah, I think that's the destination for now.
All right. There, you'll probably need this then. I have a friend over there. Should be able to
Okay.
get you into the city itself. He hands you out a envelope with a wax seal, keeping it shut.
And who's this friend?
Uh, man by the name of Risha.
Visha?
Yes, yeah, Risha. He's a sailor of sorts. He's the first mate of a ship I forget the name of. I don't know. I don't keep in touch with him too often. He doesn't write. But yeah, yeah. You
And
give him
what-
this. You give him the first one there that you have from Hajar, and you should be able to keep in contact, or you should be able to make contact.
So your plan is to return to Stormsflow?
Well, what's left of it? Yeah. At the very least, to see what's left of, well, anything.
Sure.
Maybe keep an ear to the ground, hear how they're gonna spin a demonic incursion to be the North's fault.
I've been thinking a lot about that too. Do you have anything clever? You used to. You're always clever, so in this circumstance, I could really need some advice, you know?
Well, it's in my personal experience. If you want to make sure you're not fingered for something you didn't do, you have to find the person that did do it. And more than that, you have to find some evidence to back it up. So, whenever you and your friends are done doing whatever they're doing in Slimy Bay, I would personally recommend trying to find more of these face, perhaps. Maybe start with the conventicle. It seems like they have contacts pretty deeply rooted there. But who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe by the time you're done out east, you might have to head up north. Yeah.
Could be the time to return home, but I don't know. Something seems to keep pushing us another direction.
As well. I get that feeling a lot. Kind of stands up at this point, stretches a little bit. Yeah. You're a good man, Bjorn, and a good warrior, so I'm sure you'll make it through. You and your people.
We're good as well. I really like you. So please, don't go back to Stonesflow, just die.
Oh, I have no intent on dying anytime soon, believe me. I've lived through a lot worse than this, as odd as that sounds.
Wow.
Well, maybe not a lot worse. Maybe on par. Demonic incursions are pretty up there.
Well, I'll save you a seat at the high table many times,
Appreciate it.
but don't make it too soon. I put forward my hand for a handshake.
And he will take it, and he will shake it. It's good knowing you, Bjorn. And your friends too.
This is not a farewell. This is merely a see you again.
Always. Now,
As this is going on, Theus, after the others took off, you see Oust getting very intimate with the bar You see Nongle maybe enjoying the water park a bit too much, and you see Theus and Bjorn kind of having a solemn conversation over by the drawing. What is Theus doing?
I will go to the back of the park where there's a big like globe, like it's almost like a star observatory, like these giant like half globes. I go inside and it's a hall with tons of statues of stone statues of naked men and women. All have drawn different kind of caricatures on them. Like some of them have dicks drawn on their faces. Some of them have just like full-on clown makeups. And at the end, there is a giant memorial, like stained glass window of the figure of a woman. It's hard to see through glass, but she is like in full drawn form, was probably very beautiful. She of course has purple hair. She is the woman that made this park. I go towards the stained glass, sit down like cross-legged, reach out to like a little like box next to the altar there, and just like take out one of the bottles, because usually like Fierce is not drinking, but this is probably the only time. Takes out a little glass, pours it in, pours the second glass in, puts it in front of the stained glass, one in front of him. You said that during our darkest moments and our saddest and despair, we have to believe in our future and happiness. How else can they become? I'm really trying my best here, Pandora. I'm trying so hard. Tears takes the glass, drinks it. Don't know why you like it so much. This is probably the only time I'm drinking. It's so hard, Pandora. So hard. You just spend some time there looking at the glass. Just waiting there. Probably some time, like... After a while he stands up. Goes outside. Locks the globe.
Before you lock it up, you have a look back at the stained glass kind of silhouette of Pandora. There's the central crystal over her heart that used to pulsate with that purple and orange light. And ever since you lost her, it has been completely turned off. And as you kind of look back, you swear that you see the smallest glimpse of just a small flame, just for a second.
Yeah. I leave the door. Yawn. Feedback.
I muted him.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
sorry.
Unmuted. You had some feedback. Can you please wiggle with the AUX?
Wiggle. I'm gonna wiggle.
Perfect. All right. Try again.
No.
It's still bad. It's fine.
We're gonna start a GoFundMe for you, and
What? How about now?
Perfect.
Excellent.
Okay.
Oh, but now we can hear ourselves in your.
Can
You
we?
can hear.
Oh, we can. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Did you change out the loudspeaker?
No?
I will let Jonas. Oh, it's already gone. Now we get the feedback again. All right, we'll. Yes, and
And it turns out she was a mimic. So there we go.
yep, there we go.
Ah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Unbelievable.
Theus, you were saying.
I nod. I close the door to the dome and see what the others are doing.
Anyone doing anything else than last time we?
If it looks like Nongle and his cousin are not playing up too much and misbehaving, then I will probably walk on over to if Bjorn and Sophie are still in the vicinity of each other. Over there. This goes there. So, I've informed Snicksnack to kind of bring us in closer to shore, a little bit down from the city. And that's all right. So
Hang on, I'll say that the ride goes through the tunnel, and Nongle and Goop are not on it.
Yes.
They entered, but they're like inside somewhere,
Oh.
probably.
Shit on it. Yes. Snicksnack's going to bring us alongside. Also, we probably need to think about what we're going to do with the young lady, who we also appear to still have with us as well. I'll be right back. I've got some gnomes to find. And I will dart off towards the tunnel.
You cross Theus on your way out.
Theus, do you have any way of tracking people within this place?
Yeah, we just have to ask Baloo. Just like I do this like finger whistling, and you see like a bear in a pilot, like in a suit, riding on an elephant, like flying down. Captain
course.
Baloo, please just do a round trip and look over top. We need to find 2 gnomes. Just do a quick like fly around.
Yes, Theus, I will do that. As he flies around. What does he see, Nongle?
We got off the ride, and Gawoop and Nongle are in traditional, kind of secret gnomish culture. They were very obsessed with water parks, and they got off the ride because they didn't want it to end. So they are literally just playing in the water, and you have no idea how they conjured bathing suits. But yeah, Nongle's in a 1-piece, Gawoop's in a 2-piece. It's we're playing in the water.
Gawop's
wearing a
like,
bikini.
1,000 yards there, as he's like kind of on autopilot playing in the water park. Well, Sir Theus, they are playing in the water park.
Thanks, Captain Baloo. Let's go there.
Oh,
Captain
no,
Baloo, do a
remember,
taste
my-
around and we...
My name is legally distinct. I am Baloo.
Oh, Baloo, of course. Captain
Yes,
Baloo.
very well.
Baloo.
Baloo, yes. I will now go into my plane and do a spin.
Just do a tail spin.
He does a tail spin, all right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Does he narrate everything he says? That's interesting.
now I'm going to the toilet.
Oh, well, I mean, don't do that from the air. No, but oh no, he is. Okay, there we go.
Oh,
Does that
no.
get cleaned up within him?
Is that why we
Who
don't have
knows?
that many guests? Is that why this park's closed for maintenance all the time?
This is why we can't have nice things. There's
Only
bears
special
crapping from
guests
the
are
sky.
allowed.
Well, anyway, I will begin power walking in that direction. I'm not gonna run. I'm gonna do the walk of a pissed off parent.
Yeah, no, go. You see Oust approaching you with the walk of a pissed off parent.
Okay. I'll try to like hide. I don't want the serious adventuring party to see me playing around in a water park like a non-serious, like high level wizard. So, yeah.
I'll walk out into an area and be like, Nongle, Nongle.
I'm gonna do some PvP here.
You shit. Okay.
All right. So I'm going to read your thoughts, see what's actually going on. So this will be a wisdom save.
Oh, you bugger, and you know they're going to be good.
17?
that?
Ooh. DC 18.
Hello.
So as you're walking up, like, so Noggle immediately was like, oh, reads your thoughts. And this is within 60 feet. I start reading your thoughts. That's the first round.
It's essentially a it's almost like a loop of, well, this is just shenanigans, frankly. We've got better things to be doing at the moment. You know, sort of silliness. And frankly, Zach told me that I had to keep an eye on them because something about water parks and gnomes, which doesn't really make any sense. I've never bloody heard of anything such like that. But there we go. So, you know, we've got better things to be doing than splashing around. Regardless of if, you know, the big one has PTSD, etc.
Although he has a second part of that ability and suggest you to, Ost, you should go and check out everyone thoroughly.
But I really should check on everybody else as well. Well...
And tell them not to bother us.
You know what? Gwap probably needs some more time. I'll guess I'll see if I can find them later. I'll begin walking back towards the other way. It's just like, very strange, isn't it? I mean, how well be they'll turn up, I guess. You know, it's only water. Yeah, I think it's
Don't
one of
worry, we
those-
have a lifeguard. It's a octopus named Jim Swallow.
Hello, I'm Jim Swallow. I'm the lifeguard. it waves with 8 hands.
How's it swimming then?
Good job, Captain Jim Swallow.
It's sitting in the lifeguard chair.
Jim Swallow.
You see, like, there's one of those, like, kind of waterfall things, and Gao is just, like, standing completely still under it.
Well, that is terrifying. There we go. And I will make my way back, and I'm going to have to mute really quickly.
You will never stop me from a water park.
Naga, what do you do as Oust walks away?
I continue to try to get to, so, yes, obviously Nongle's obsessed with water parks, right? But he knows that nomads generally are, and that's why we chose to keep our place on an actual island that's very close to the water and all of our inhabitants, right? But I'm really, really attempting to try to like settle, go up and let him know, like bring him back to, because he's got a child's mind, right? So I really want to bring him back to that childhood feeling of that it's okay, we're safe, bad things happen, but we can get past them, kind of thing.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion.
All right, so I will use my knowledge of the
And
ages to give me proficiency in that.
Give me an insight as well.
Insight. All right, so insight will be 19,
Right?
and then persuasion. This will be a +5 to this roll, so that's a 22.
You see as you kind of play around that Gawab is slowly beginning to kind of shake off some of the very disturbing things he saw and did.
Yeah.
But you also know that probably need to talk to him at some point.
Yeah.
In a very real way.
Yeah, absolutely. But right now, I want to get him kind of off of his off of the kind of mode that he's in right now. And and of course, Noggle's also like, he's doing his own thing too, right? So water park. Oh, this is amazing.
Like after about 10 more minutes, as you splash around, he falls asleep on like a float, and just like kind of is on the wavy part on the like the water kind of, what is it called? Like
Raft.
an air mattress on water.
Like a raft, yeah.
Like a blow up raft, yeah.
Yeah.
He's just completely knocked out.
All right. I'll still take the time to splash in the water park,
Cool.
but I'll keep close to him, right? And I want to make sure when he's starting to wake, if I notice, I want to cast Ice Storm, but like not the like the after effects where it's just kind of snowing in the area, because I want to reintroduce him into the actual icy world, right? So,
All right.
yeah.
So you try to do some after battle therapy.
It's exactly what I'm doing. I'm not good at it, but because of the manifest, I'm okay, I guess, a little bit.
The rest of you, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to do anything, or are we fast forwarding until you guys meet up?
I wait until probably rest until the girl is up.
Yeah, I think this is the time for the long rest, and then we hold steps.
All right. So all of you can do a long rest as that happens. You kind of Nongo, you kind of take care of Gawop after an hour or two. Pure, and I guess you'll like kind of help out Stick Snacks. You can go in and get some warmth as you sit outside, just keeping the course as you get on the shore and kind of find a small kind of secluded cove where you park the levitator. In the evening of that long rest, the girl wakes up, and Dambo goes and picks you up. Hello, Master Theus. The girl has woken up.
Is she? Oh, Dembo, I want get us our best candy. Bring toys, a lot of them. Bring 20 stacks of paper, crayons. I need our parade, our best singers. I want Elise to do her performance. You know, the polar bear. I want her in the blue dress and just doing some ice, like just some ice show. I want everyone on attention. We have to make this girl forget the pain that she has gone through. We have to make her smile. So, everyone, do your best today.
Theus, go ahead, give me a performance roll with advantage, and then tell me what happens.
Okay, good. So, performance. 23.
23.
So the park is putting their best firework show. There is the dancing female polar bear named Elise, who does an ice skating performance. There is Dumbo, Dambo, who is currently doing his best, doing this cross like flying show with Captain Bolu. And we have, of course, a lifeguard, Jim Swallow, juggling with water balls, like in the water, just like water juggling, and everyone, the park does its best to welcome this girl in a more happy atmosphere.
Go ahead, Sophis, are you there? Because then I would like you to roll me a luck.
Don't know if he is.
I think he's AFK. All right.
Yeah.
Then you go ahead, Theus, and give me a luck.
I'm not sure. Wait, I have luck. I use luck.
Lucky? Yeah, all right.
Oh man, seriously? Come on.
Give him a 2.
All right. Well, it wasn't something you could lose anything on this. It was just to see if this indeed was the girl that Saphis had been looking for. Alas.
Oh.
The girl kind of wakes up and she seems confused, but she's very happy about the big show and parade.
Hey, it's okay. You're fine.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, something very bad happened, but it's okay. You're safe now, and we would like if you want to have something to eat, if you want to have someone to talk to.
Where's
All
my
of
mom
these
and
are your
dad?
friends.
Do you know where my mom and dad is? I can't remember anything. Last thing I know, I was going home with groceries.
We will find them. Just wait here a little bit. Have some fun.
Is this place close to Gravelside?
It's a little bit farther away, but we can like bring you back to Gravelside.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Okay. Why does my wrist feel so sore?
That's because the groceries were very heavy, and you probably forgot it.
Are you a stranger?
No, I am the proprietor of this happy place here. I'm here to help those who have lost their way from, for example,
Oh.
you, who lost probably like you when you went groceries, when you brought back the groceries to your parents, you probably were lost. And I'm just trying to find someone that knows how to bring you back. Don't worry.
Okay. All right. Well, as long as I can. My mom says I can't be out until I have to get back home before they turn on the lights. So, is that?
We have talked, like we have sent messages out. You are excused. Like if you get a little bit too late home, it's okay. We will get you back. Don't worry. What's your name, little girl?
Eloise.
Eloise. Okay, Eloise. Today you're the princess. Like you are the Pandora Land princess. You get a little like tiara, a little crown here, and you can ask the animals. Like you can ask those animals anything you want.
Oh. All right. And I guess she goes plays with the weird animals. She seems like she's a bit more interested in having fun than actually thinking too hard about what is happening.
Okay, good. Samba, you play the prince, and I point towards like a big cat animal.
Yeah. I will play a beautiful prince.
Everything that the light touches is the girl's belongings. Don't forget that. Belongs to the girl.
All right. I suspect many things will be very pink very soon, sire.
That's okay.
Indeed, glitter and pink everywhere. After only a few minutes, she seems like she's fine. She doesn't have any idea that she was part of a big ritual. At least the girls, it seems like, were all sedated, magically or otherwise. So she has no memory of being held anywhere and being a part of it.
Sorry, I missed the bit before. Are we in the vicinity of this happening, or are we elsewhere?
It's in the middle of the park, so everyone sees that.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Once
I guess
the girl
everybody
goes
but
off...
Mongol is there.
Okay, I didn't know how much time had passed. That was all. Yeah. Once the girl's kind of gone off, I'll probably just kind of go. She needs to be told, though. There's no explaining around the fact that her home is gone. You know, we can conveniently leave out the parts of ritual, but her home is gone. And the fact of the matter is, it's entirely possible so are her parents.
Let her recover a bit. She went through a lot.
Well, she's going to have even more cultural whiplash if we take her back out in the world completely unprepared for this. But
we have to
fair enough.
Ease her into it.
I will say that after all of this and the Gawap therapy and girl being sent out, you guys meet for dinner before you go to sleep. If there's anything you want to discuss about your next steps.
So good. You're all
The dinner,
here.
also just know the dinner is served by dancing cutlery. Like essentially the plates, the cutlery, everything is dancing and singing.
But
They are
legally distinct
inviting
from
you
the
to
feast.
be the guest of this dinner.
It's like spatulas
Yes.
and things like that, and like salad spoons, rather than knives and forks.
Yeah.
Just to be legally distinct.
Please,
Yes, of course,
maybe
salad
you
bowls.
could have them whisper sing instead of singing so loud, so we can actually talk.
Okay.
I think this is quite important.
A
Or maybe
big,
just not sing at all around here for the second. But yeah.
a big dish rack kind of, or dish rack that had been flirting with you, Bjorn. It looks disappointed and kind of slumps away.
Can Leah please quiet down?
Sure thing, boss. And I just how
Like,
much?
that's essentially there's this chandelier, who's like the maître d' of this dinner, like keeping the.
Yep, sure. I'll just turn down the volume on these boys. Shh. And then like the song continues, but like only barely noticeable, I guess.
So, the boat is currently parked in a cove close to Storm's Flow.
Yes, but I assume we're far enough away.
That was what I asked Cerenar to do. I said to, subtlety was key.
Yes.
And going to Blimey Bay, we know we will enter dangerous waters.
You all know about Blimey Bay, and just to give me a chance to give you a recap as well. You know that Blimey Bay is a hidden location that has been the seat of the pirate queens and kings in the future or the past of the Braystover Sea, and it lies within a place called the Bay of Heaven. And the Bay of Heaven's most prominent feature is a magical kind of fog called the Mists of Locusta. And you cannot navigate this fog without a shanka, a conch shell that has been made into a trumpet, basically. And there are only a few of these keystone shankas that will allow you to navigate through the mists. And the only way to get to Blimey Bay is basically to find a ship that will lead you with this, or you're basically out of luck. So that is one of the ways that Blimey Bay is kept safe as a pirate kind of hub. You know that there's a few kind of pirate captains that earn money by transporting people to and from, but usually you have to, have a contact, or otherwise it's not for everybody. Like, you have to be part of a pirate crew or know a pirate captain to get it.
Well, I guess the other thing is we need to know how to get there in the first place. We're gonna need something slightly larger than what we're on now.
Could Nongol try to make a check to see if he knows like how the conventicle's gotten there before, or if we have any contacts or whatever the case is, right?
Go ahead and give me a history.
History? Okay. History. That'll be a nat 20, 31.
There it is.
All right. Yeah.
I know everyone that actually has that. I know where all the shells are right now. It's actually quite simple.
No, but you do know that the one of the big that the conventicle is not a big fan of Blimey Bay because
The forest gnomes.
Because they could. The forest gnomes.
It's because
what do you mean?
Well, they're not happy because they're forest gnomes that live around there, right?
There's like few forest gnomes, but generally there's no forest gnomes within the jungle of the wilds of Kangundi.
Yeah. So as a history, nomads do not like forest gnomes.
No.
So rock gnomes don't like
it's-
forest gnomes.
So the thing is, and just to be sure, like, so Blimey Bay is over here.
Yeah, and then the wilds of Kungundi are where the forest homes are,
we're-
right?
No. The forest gnomes lives in the forests of Rathuria, so they are over here.
Oh, okay, that's my bad. I thought
Yeah,
they were in the Kungundi.
There probably are some colonies on the edge of the jungle.
Okay.
But going through the wilds of Kungundi is it is not impossible, but it is very difficult.
Right.
To do so. There's a lot of lizards and lizardmen tribes and monsters in there, right? So Blimey Bay, usually it's said that going to there from the land is not impossible, but it will take you months to go there.
Yeah, much easier to get a conch and just go over there, right? So.
Yeah, precisely.
Okay.
And you could not bring an army if you tried. That's like marching an army through any jungle, really, basically, right?
So where's our best bet to get a conch here then?
There are basically any port within the Leviathan Isles. There could be a place or somewhere where they could get there. But as Bjorn might remember, Safis said he had someone that he knew. But just to give you the rest of your value for this, you know that the Conventicle has no kind of real presence within Blimey Bay. And there are some wizards operating within there, which is a thorn in the side of any Conventicle wizard.
Perfect. Bjorn, we can take their spell books.
So yeah. But as to the question about how to get to Blimey Bay, I think Safis would have an input there.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
Mr. Savis.
Oh, okay, we're actually asking him? Okay.
How do we get to Blimey Bay?
Nice. Well, east. But more to your point specifically, I handed a letter over to Bjorn here, and the recipient of the letter has access to one of these conch shells that you need to get through the fog. A man by the name of Risha. He's a sailor. Pirate, really. But not a bad man by any stretch. You give him that letter and the one that Hajar gave you, I'm sure you'll be able to work something out with him and his captain.
And what port is he based out of?
That's a tough one to answer. The real answer is Blimey Bay. It's where most of the pirates of the near ocean are based off of, but they dabble all around Port Leviathan and all those docks. I can, if you let me tell you, or if you let me step out of here and give me a minute, I will likely be able to. It's gotta stop for a moment. Sorry. If you let me step out for a moment, I'll probably be able to give you some better information about where he is.
Sure.
Right. Yes, certainly. I mean, yes. Let's all step into the. I can't remember how Magnificent Mansion works. Is it case of once you leave it drops? No, that's Liam's tiny hut. It's the other way around. Okay, so well, should we all step into the cozy interior of the Nomad Levitator for a moment?
Sure.
Well, lead the way, Mr. Safis.
Alright. Steps out and standing on the deck of the Gnomish Levitator, he'll kind of open up his jacket for a moment and pull out this little wooden box. Probably just a little bit bigger than his actual hand, and opening up he pulls out this small golden or maybe brass compass, and he puts it down on his palm and kind of opens it up, and those of you who are kind of standing nearby begin to see these like little threads begin to kind of apparate out of nothing and kind of point off in various directions, and you see these little kind of golden and brass colored like star charts begin to kind of just half apparate around him, and he kind of just plucks at one of them, one of the 8 strings, and you see one go off kind of in an easterly, that one go off in an easterly direction, vibrating. And then a moment passes and it vibrates back. He's currently in the Leviathan port of Orhane. So, if any of you have charts or anything, I can point to it on the map for you. I don't know
Imagine
if the
we
party
probably
has
have.
Yeah, I don't know if the party actually has a chart.
I think if anybody does, it'd be Snickstack, right?
What are you
So
up
you
to in my
are-
living room? Yeah,
There we
here's the darn map.
Magic.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you kindly, sir. And so yeah, pointing to Orhane, it's one of the East Central, kind of a smaller settlement, but still a prominent dock in the Leviathan Isles.
Right.
What is
Well,
that apparatus you have there?
Kind of just like looks at it wistfully for a moment. Just a compass, nothing too important, and he puts it back in the little wooden box and then back in his pocket.
Oh.
It just lets
Well,
me
if it's
know.
not important, then maybe I could lend it.
Subtlety still isn't her strong suit, Bjorn. When somebody typically says something isn't important, it usually means drop it. But no, to answer your question in earnest, it's something I can use to really just kind of know where some of my compatriots are.
Very well. Excellent. I'm just weighing up whether we want to check on. No, don't worry. Okay. Well,
Yes.
Orhane, do you say?
Orhafen.
Orhafen. Is that
Oh, that's an F, not an E. My bad.
That's right. Is that a direct route, or do we need to go through one of the larger ports first?
Well, that's entirely up to you. There's nothing physically stopping you from getting to Orhafen, but
Fair enough.
you know, you might need to stop for supplies and whatnot,
True.
and maybe repairs depending on how your sail across the open sea goes.
Very true. Do you know anything of its reputation as a place? Are we to expect an absolute shambles, or
Bjorn,
you know?
you know about Orhafen. Orhafen is a Norse settlement actually. That originally, maybe 100 years ago, a bunch of Norse sailors just kind of decided to live there in the sun instead. A lot of old kind of retired Vikings go down there, or raiders.
It's
and-
Viking Florida.
Yeah, more or less.
Cool.
And then like it just kind of became its own thing, and then joined the Leviathan Isles.
Did the Norse sell it?
Yes, they did. For 1 million gold pieces.
Referencing obscure Danish history.
Obscure Danish history.
So, yeah, Cephas will just kind of peep up and say, yeah, it was settled by, it's a settlement settled by Northmen, but outside of that, I don't know much.
Well, I never
Very
did,
well.
so.
Well,
But,
that's definitely our main destination.
Yeah.
But did we not also have a secondary one in something that you were asking to do, Bjorn? In where would it bloody been? New Rath? Or can that wait, at least for now?
Well, I actually been talking to Anna about it, and I think that for now maybe it's. I need some time to think, and by time I mean maybe a long sail will do it. And Blimey Bay is not a bad destination yet, so yeah,
Fair
let's
enough.
do that first.
Excellent. Sneak Snack, Can this old girl reach Orhafen?
Snicksnack looks at the map. Kind of measures. Well, a bit more than 200 mile journey there.
Not directly. We can stop off on the way, but it's whether this thing can go over open sea particularly easily.
I don't think we'll have a big problem with that. Nope. I think as long as we have water and food, we're good.
Fair enough. How are we doing for supplies? Does anybody know?
It's
Well,
fine.
technically we bought.
As long as I have dimension, I have my immune. As long as Pandora Land is here, we have not worry about food and water.
Well, I mean, in that case, I guess not much stopping us, is there?
I
All
think
those in favour, etc., etc.
with no breaks and someone manning the helm at all times, we could be there in 2.5 days, maybe 3.
2.5 days. Well, I'm sure Bjorn can step in on the helming duty. I mean, I can assist. I don't know whether I'm particularly good at it, but I'm happy to help. So.
Oh no!
Well.
We established the speed of this to be 40 miles per day, but
So that'd be more like.
But that was with the ground rules. So I'm going to say that it can do 80 miles in a day if it's like around the clock.
So still about 2.5 days. Okay.
And also it has
No,
enough.
3 days. True. But it's also heavier now technically. Because there's a lot on it. So. Well. Okay. I mean, we'll have
Alright,
to deposit to you, I guess, at some point, Mr. Safis. And I don't know whether you'd.
Is this place here fine, or do you want us to say somewhere else, Mr. Safis?
Kind of taking a look around. How far are we from the city at this point?
A couple of hours, but maybe like
Couple hours.
closer to
Yeah.
1 hour. Yeah.
That's good enough. Good
Or
distance.
need to bring the girl if you want to bring her back to gravel. So
Yes, well, that's the question. Do I? Does the stuff is kind of looking over at her? Is she like? Can she be moved?
I think at this point she's kind of sleeping.
Right, but like, is she in a condition where Cephas, who is not a healer, can,
She's fine. She woke
Bring
up.
her.
She was just unconscious,
Okay.
but otherwise in good health.
I don't suppose any of you happen to have like crutches or a wagon in case she can't walk properly, or.
She has been working fine all.
Okay, she has been. Okay, I wasn't 100% sure of that. Okay, never mind that. Ignore that comment. It didn't happen.
By this point, I'd imagine words got out, and I'd imagine there's going to be some kind of aid or relief column working their way up towards the city. So you might be able to hop on from there once you reach a road.
Something like that. Yeah. I'm probably gonna head around to the north end of the countryside, see if I can't find Arana. Sure, I'll take this girl with me and see if I'll see what I can do with her.
Yeah.
Hopefully find somebody to take care of her.
Can you,
Do you have
bring her
any way-
back home, please?
Say that again.
Safis, can you bring her back home, please? I know we haven't known each other for long. Just bring this girl back home.
Maybe you missed the part where the city exploded into ice and demons.
Technically, only the center of the.
Right.
I
But-
wouldn't want to
But
be in
like
the
she
city full
was
stop,
from,
really.
like she was from.
Gravel side.
Probably don't want to bring her close to that, right?
Yeah, but
Outside.
like, isn't that
I-
outside of the city?
I'd imagine
Gravel
at some
side is
point-
like us. Gravel side is like a hamlet on like the edge of the city's walls, basically.
Yeah, we don't want to take her back. There's no way.
We passed through to get to the windmill where we first had that encounter with the face.
Okay, like, but can you look for her parents at least?
I mean, yes, that is my intention. I don't intend to keep an eye on a kid for the rest of my life, but
Well,
I
but
can't.
you'll keep an eye for now, right? You're just make sure you give a shit
What's-
about it.
Gentlemen, he's going to keep an eye on it. You know, it's professional duty at the very least. I'm sure the moment he finds at least some sensible guardians to hand her off to, I'm sure he has more important things to attend to, but he will make sure she is safe.
Hmm.
There'll
I'll
be
also
a
do my
refugee
best.
camp up by now, I would guess.
Yes. I'll also do my best to maybe keep in touch with you. He says, looking over at Bjorn, specifically about what we talked about earlier, the goings on and exactly how they plan to spin this. Is there maybe somebody in the north with a more permanent address I could send information to?
Yeah. Jarlis Helga, the widow.
Pulls out his little notebook that you've seen him keep notes in. Alright, forgive me, I'm used to more concrete names and numbers and streets. Could you at least give me a city?
You
I think it would be
give it to-
Grimsfjorder, the castle.
Grimsfjord of the castle. Alright.
But you just give it to any Northman. They will deliver it.
Alright, well.
At least if they honor their armor. Last time I remember that you had a hard time paying for stuff. Would it help with the girl if we just handed you a little gold?
I mean, it definitely wouldn't hurt, I can say that with certainty. But also let me leave her with something.
Here you go. 50 gold.
Alright. Thank you kindly, Bjorn. Got a heart of gold. But
Well, Mrs.
But,
Smith,
yes.
if there's anything else you need in the future, I mean, we've not exactly sold our services particularly well. We've, in the short time we've known you, failed to prevent a cataclysm in your own city. But, you know, we're enthusiastic. So, yes, if ever there is anything you need, please find a way of getting this to us. Worth saying also, our compatriot in Rafajar, he's working with some of my compatriots at the moment. So, word to him would get back to me eventually.
Good to know. And, actually, one other thing.
I just need to know, do Oust and Fist, do you guys touch each other at any point? Or no?
I imagine we'll shake hands as a goodbye at some point, yeah?
Alright,
Yeah.
let me know where that happens. Go on.
Uh-oh.
Ominous. Alright.
Steals your soul!
But, at this
Fucking
point...
touch him! Touch him! Fucking touch him!
Okay. But, I have, this letter, and he adds it to, I don't know, somebody in front of him, Ost probably.
I think I've got the copies of the other ones, so...
Yeah, but this is a new one, yeah. This is also if you, wind up heading to, New Wrath. I also have a contact there, though, they're a little more secretive about their personality, or about their person, rather. So if you need help, yes, if you need help getting anywhere in the city, yeah, they're more than capable.
Certainly.
Well,
Well,
and he will
anything.
offer out his hand to shake Ost's.
And I will shake his back.
Do you guys know, like, the feeling when you get, like shock from walking on a furry carpet? What is it
Yep.
called?
Yeah, static shock.
Static
yeah.
shock. Yeah.
Static shock, yeah. You get kind of a static shock. And then you see your, like, a bit of smoke coming from your box are. And
Oh.
you see like a bit of static like going through the shot.
Backing up for a moment and going to look at the compass. What's happened to it?
It's a bit smoky. Little green.
You
Whatever
can't
that
just
was,
call.
Whatever that was, I didn't do it on purpose.
It just smokes. It doesn't. As you take it out and you like look at it, it doesn't look like anything has really happened to it. It just seems like two kind of opposed or aligned energies kind of just had to get aligned.
He'll take it out of the box and kind of do what he did last time, opening it up and having that whole kind of star chart flow around him for a moment. Is there a new green string pointing in the direction I suspect to be Ost?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, that's useful and an invasion of privacy, but I'll let it slide.
As a point of note, Us, there isn't just the one. You can see this. You all can technically. There isn't just the one green string connecting to you. There's another 8 aside from the one coming from R, and they're all coming from a vast amount of different directions.
Right. Yes. Well,
Well, welcome to the fold, I guess.
the fold. Right. Yes. Okay. I mean, any elaboration?
And there is this, as you're just saying this, you see all the other strings kind of just vibrate for a moment, and then come up to you, and then vibrate back. Yes, I imagine they've all experienced the same thing.
Right.
I-
Well, hopefully none of them were near anything flammable. If they are, I'm sorry. That's
That's
interesting.
very.
Right. Yes. Well. Good. That's definitely a send-off of sorts.
Yes, certainly. Well, okay, keep an eye on that. You don't want to just be setting things on fire as you walk about and shake hands.
No, I think maybe I cut down on the wool slightly. We are going somewhere quite hot. It might be something to
human.
do with that. Maybe linen. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Well, thank you, Mr. Service.
Yes. Well, my pleasure. I suppose this makes it a little easier to get in contact with you again if I ever need to, but oh well.
So it would seem. Well, folks.
Well,
Anybody else?
kind of just goes to shake everybody else's hand.
Nothing else happened when you should have happened.
A little disappointed that there isn't some more nonsense going on.
Jordan is very cold, but
Uh,
he's always cold.
As I shake his hand, Safis, I know that this has been very hard, but a lot of people now need you, I think.
Well, what else is new? Good luck, Theus.
You want to make them happy, so don't forget, you have to be happy yourself. So
Yeah.
smile, keep smiling.
Happiness is overrated. I'm more than one to brood.
As you see Saphis walking up the narrow kind of oceanside path, he's holding this girl in her, and they're both wearing heavy cloaks that Snicksnack equipped them with. And on the back of Saphis is a sign saying "Kick me."
Bold of you to assume he didn't let it be there with his passive perception of 25.
Well, I guess that was what. I guess that is what Theus would do. It just seems too much of a. As you go off, and you guys kind of go towards the sunset, and the rest of you take a rest, knowing where to go the following day. In the evening, you as you sit down to trance,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of wake up, and you see the same kind of glowing sphere of like the map floating around you. You're like again inside of this black space with
Right.
just the continent of Cerenar kind of in front of you, and like kind of the areas up to it kind of obscured, but you're sure if you move more in that direction, it would kind of reveal more of the world. Then as you look towards Rath Hajar, you see with like a bunch of smoke. You see your old friends, or your old friend, Primus. What? Oh, I forgot
Axis of
her
Armor.
name. actually Savannah is like standing in front of you, but her eyes are all gone. It's just like smoking green smoke coming out of it instead. She looks. What the hell is this?
I don't know, but it's a good look.
Opshoes, how are you?
It was last time I checked. Yes, Primus, yes. Yes, it is me.
I just went to trance, but now I'm. Is this some kind of demon bullshit with your sword again?
I don't know about demon bullshit, but bullshit certainly.
Right.
Yes, I can't tell you I'm entirely sure what's going on either, but good to see you.
Yes. Well,
Yes.
you too. All right. I guess. How's it going with you guys? Did you
Oh.
also get a winter all of a sudden?
Yes, may have. Well, you know that ritual that we were talking about?
Yep.
Yeah, that kind of went. Yeah, it kind of went off. Kind of didn't stop it very well.
Do you
Really,
like
at all.
continue on to kind of fulfill her in, or?
Yeah, yes. Basically, I will say, like we kind of bumbled it a bit, and we tried, but ultimately we failed, and what appears to be a portal to the realm of Levistus has opened up in the middle of the city, and then also kind of filling her in on stuff with the face, and how the conventicle may be involved, but may not be involved, and things like that. Basically, a full debrief of the past week or so, if I have the time.
Go ahead and give me a luck check, Saphis, as we talk, to see what has happened in the meanwhile in Rathajar.
All right, sure. 16.
Well, sir, I'm sorry to hear that you all bungled it up, but I think have been going all right here. We've slowly been chewing on the Hineno Trade Company's supply lines. Seems like we are cutting off some of her resources, making it harder for her to assist the face. They are on our tail.
Anything you can't handle?
No, sir. I think we need to lay low here. We simply don't have the force to keep fighting here, sir.
Very well. Well,
Overwhelming force, sir. It's guerrilla tactics here, sir. If they come after us, well, we'll have to fight. But we're on the defensive right here, right now. To be honest. So I think Mr. Hajar, I think Mr. Sophisis and his mentor is on most of it, but we help where we can. Honestly, it's a bit. I think we did most of what we could here. So.
very well. Well, perhaps perhaps new orders are in order.
Yes, sir.
Let me see. You know what?
And I'm going to, and I'm just going to, before you do what you say here, I'm going to introduce some interesting mechanics here for you guys.
Ooh.
As we're going to, I'm taking us overland here. Just going to, the Nomad Levitator is now at this location here, and Axia, one of your agents, as we call them. And her band of ex-legionnaires are in Rathajar fighting the Hineno Trade Company. You also have another ally down in Greenslade. Vega has flipped to your cause as well, but it doesn't seem like that you getting any kind of you don't have any kind of connection to the shot. So basically, you can have small conversations with anyone that you have kind of recruited in this way every night, and you can kind of put them out
What's
on
with
side
Bubble
missions.
Book? What's with like Inquisitor, like the both Inquisitors? Did they survive?
They are allies, but not agents. Like, so they're not a part of your
but
kind of.
like, could we communicate with them too?
Not through the shot, but through
Okay.
sending, definitely.
Okay, good.
They're not integrated into the system.
No, they are not. They are not. You have not unlocked them as followers, basically.
Okay.
That's a
The
great
kind of black, gray silhouettes.
Yeah, precisely.
It says 2.99 above them, and then
So basically,
Yay!
the DLC.
So basically, right now, until we figure out more things, you're basically able to give them give Axia and those people there some orders if you want them to go anywhere stuff. Right now, you know that the orphanage in Greenslade might be in potential problems sooner or later. You don't know about that. But otherwise, if you have any kind of things that you feel you could do, but you kind of need a lesser hero party to take care of, you can use your followers or your agents.
The B team, sure. Very well. Cool. So we good to go. Good.
You also you see these kind of as a just as a side note before you continue on your talk with Savannah. You also see these other kind of small dots. One of them on the between you and Staunch Flow, another one in Wrath Hajar, one up on the Tranquil Pillar, one on Orhafen, one in New Wrath, etc. It almost feels like you could kind of reach out to these dots of light entities as well.
I probably didn't take a really in-depth look when he was doing the compass stuff.
No,
But
it
do
seems
I get the feeling that it lines up?
more or less.
It's probably the Sophis network. Okay.
It's also one in the heart of Cathonia.
Well, what a dreadful posting that is. Huh. Okay.
There is currently, if I can give their locations.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright. There is currently one in Orphan, one in New Wrath, one in Wrath Hajar, one around the woodlands of Grimsborg, one currently actually probably around here somewhere, just in the woods, and one in the Imperium, one all the way out here in some far off land to the east, and one all the way out here in a far off land to the west.
Yeah, the ones to the west and the east you probably can't see because it's above the edge of the compass, right?
It's further than my field of view for that one. Okay. I have to move farther to load it in.
Yeah.
Cool. Interesting.
So, sir, do you want me to go anywhere else, sir?
Yes. Well, yes. I have an idea, and you act on your own initiative, and I commend you for that. And I think you should be doing more of that. I think I can provide the high level orders, but well, every now and again you're gonna have the cohort are gonna have to act as they believe they want to.
Yes, sir.
This staunch flow business is a bit dodgy. It might be worth you traveling there, just seeing whether you can help coordinate the aid effort there. There's a lot of people displaced. Also, from a hearts and minds perspective, begin sowing the seeds. This wasn't
Hearts and mind of who, sir?
of the people.
In regards to what, sir? The Imperium, sir? Or
Oh
you?
goodness, no. Ironically, the North. We need to
Alright,
start
sir.
convincing people that they're not to blame for this. We have a feeling they're going to start pointing fingers very soon. And the North is from our perspective, ancestrally, culturally, is the obvious one to blame.
See, sir. Well,
But I think you could do some good helping there, at the very least. Just
I think-
getting them off their feet.
I
If
think
that's not your
helping out-
liking, then
No,
I
that's
can
fine,
offer
sir.
you something else.
I'll go ahead and do that. So we'll set a course for Staunch Flow right away. I guess
Yes.
we'll find a way to check in.
Excellent. Stay safe. Maybe set up camp somewhere not too close to Staunch Flow, but close enough.
Any contacts
again,
in Staunch Flow we need to
Yes.
contact, sir?
Yes. Another one of the Sophises, in fact.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh, right. There's another one. Of course.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Ask
His
around.
name?
is it Shar or R? This one.
R.
This is R, isn't it? Right. R. Suffice.
Yes, sir. We'll
Yes,
see if we can assist. It's R.
I'm sure he would. Well, he is probably going to be doing some work of a similar value. So, yes, help him where you can.
Yes, sir. Was that all, sir?
Any issues? Let me know. But, well, carry on.
As you say that, she is kind of dismissed, and you're left alone within the kind of the map thing.
Do I see the one? Can I like hone in on the one in Orhafen?
Sure. Go ahead and give me a charisma roll, just straight up.
Sure. Sorry, I haven't got my character sheet up. It's been cramped. Just a straight charisma, yeah.
Straight charisma.
20.
Evan, you take this.
So, as you kind of concentrate on this point, you find, as opposed to kind of like this smoky cloud that was your previous contact, you see this like little line, connecting your point to this point, and kind of grabbing onto it for a moment. You plug it, and your green smoke dust kind of twirls around it and goes out, and then you're met with this kind of just wall of green fog, and a voice kind of as if you caught somebody like sleeping and you just woke them up. Hells.
Apologies. I can assure you, not the hells. Perhaps I will introduce myself in a moment, but I've been put in contact with you through one of your compatriots, as it were. Mr. I was going to say Mr. Safis, but that might be R.
Huh. Well, that is interesting.
We happen to be on course for, I believe, where you are, Orhafen. Is that correct?
A moment. And you see the string kind of pluck and vibrate and come back, or go away again. Ah! Well, they knew one.
Ah, yes, the new one, apparently. Yes. Sorry about that, by the way. If there was a shocky thing, wasn't intentional. Yes. Yes. Apologies.
Well, it is interesting. But,
Yes, it's, well, and somehow not even in the top 5 strangest things I've had recently. So there we go.
do tell.
But well, there'll be time for that, believe me. Apologies for waking you, but as I said, we are on our way to where we believe you are, Orhafen. And I don't know whether you're planning on moving on from there anytime soon, but if you have it in, have it in you to wait for us, we could do with a bit of a lift.
We heard you say we are looking for some extra crew, so if your we is of note.
That's, yes, I mean, it's a northern settlement. I'd imagine will cause a little bit of a phenomenon when we arrive. We have certain members of our...
I think you have misunderstood me, yes. I mean to say, are you capable?
Capable? Well, that's relative, but one or two of us are capable enough. The rest
Good
are
enough.
enthusiastic.
I suppose this is good enough.
Yes.
Well then.
Failing that, we can pay.
Well then.
There we go.
Yes.
Good. I'm glad we speak the same language.
I'll give you fair
Yes.
warning. We're on a bit of a vendetta. So, if you show up, be prepared for a little tussle.
A little tussle is
Hmm.
within our remit also. Some of us
Excellent.
more than others, but yes, we can do that. Against who? Is
Oh,
it something we need to be worried about?
No, not to worry. Not a single thing to worry about.
Good. Well, in which case you have no need to worry about the multiple vendettas we also have against us. But anyway, yes, we are 2-3 days out from Orhafen. We will be there, and we would very much like to join your crew.
Oh, well. I don't
You're
know
going
about
in
that,
the
eh?
direction of Blimey Bay.
I don't know
Please.
about joining the crew, but you can certainly stay
No.
aboard.
Yes, of course. Sorry. On a temporary basis, we would like to accompany your crew.
Yes, well. Any friend of ours is a friend of mine, as they say, but you. What is your name?
Oust.
Oust what?
Let's stick with Oust. For the time being.
Let's not.
Let's not. Very well. Well, sure.
Go ahead and take some inspiration. That was just so good.
Thank you. Alright. You see, in my business, young man, we have this thing called courtesy, where you give your full name to somebody when they ask it, and then they give you their full name.
Of course, young man. Yes. Of
Oh,
course.
was that a hint of imperial swine I heard? Oh, you are an elf,
No,
are you not?
It was a hint of me being at least 200 years older than you.
Yes,
we go.
yes, I comprehend.
Boomer.
Yes, but age does not imply experience. I'm sure we can
Certainly
both agree
not.
on that. Well, I mean, I will provide you with my last name. I would ask you for yours, but I have a sneaking suspicion I already know it. So you may refer to me, although refer to me generally as Oust, please. But I am one of the Saboshii.
Interesting. This name means nothing to me.
Excellent. Well, that's fine. Good.
It was mostly, you see, I was curious, because 10 is a crowd, you see, and I was curious to know if the exact nature of your joining of our fine establishment. So,
Put it this way, I don't plan on being a
Noted.
Sophis
noted.
anytime soon.
I'm sure there are some people that would love to
I'm
hear
sure
about
you're
that.
wonderful people, but you know how it is.
Aye. But, aside from that, come aboard whenever you find this. We are the Midnight Torch. It's currently stationed in
Midnight Torch.
Orphan.
We
Good
will
name.
look forward to our meeting.
You can't miss her. She's the one bristling with arms and angry pirates.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
And
Excellent.
ask
Well,
you-
I'll let you get back to sleep, I guess.
And there's
And-
a cut as the fog kind of dissipates and you're back to just looking at the
Beautiful.
star chart.
Give me a history check, Oust. And I'm using history here as a stand-in also for your connection with the shard.
Sure.
Okay.
That's a 30.
Ah, that's
Okay.
pretty
Plus
spicy.
13 in history, so
You get the feeling that if you work a little bit with a Saphis, you could probably bring the others in here as well.
interesting.
Or give the others access to this. Whatever you want to call it.
Good to know. And by extension, also access between everybody in the party to each other, should we be separated. Possibly.
Possibly, you have to work on that. But now you have
Excellent.
an end to this, basically. And if you convince the Saphis to help you, I guess that it's within the realm of possibility.
Cool. Excellent.
As you
I
have
will just write
already-
down in my notes. Fantasy Teams call. That's nice. There we go.
Right.
Lovely.
And with that said here, let's see here. So basically every night you can, every time you take a long rest, I'll say, you can basically either contact someone that is tuned in, or you can, and that also means that you can command any followers or agents you might have. I'll also tell everybody that even if you're not traveling, I will say as a part of a long rest, everyone can work on a downtime activity. And you will have at least 2 long rests to that on the way. These downtime activities are not, can include, but it's not limited to training a skill or another proficiency, training a feat, which will take longer. Doing other kind of research, otherwise doing other things that would be interesting to your character, trying to figure out magic stuff and stuff like that. So you can basically do that even though you're doing other things. So I'm just saying that unless you are inside a dungeon fighting all the time, or having like a bunch of days in a row where you're just like completely surrounded by enemies, you will always have some time to read a book or train with a bow and arrow or whatever. All right.
Excellent.
So with that, I think we will take our break for this session here, and we will be back. Let's say, how does 20 minutes sound to everybody?
So 25 to the
20,
hour.
So yeah, 25 to the hour. Yeah. How does that sound? So 30, 35. We can also say 40. Let's say that. Let's say
40.
Yeah, 40 to the 40. So 20 to the hour.
So are we taking a 20-minute break or a 25-minute break?
27-minute break.
27-minute break. All right.
27-minute break.
To be exactly. All right. Perfect.
27-minute break. Everybody watching, thank you very much for doing so. And we will be back very soon. Take care.